Welcome to the EcoLife project. My name is Walt, and this is my story. Here we go. I think housing first as an approach is absolutely ridiculous. If you want somebody to keep the house that they're living in, what do they have to do in order to want to keep the house? What do they need? First things first, you have to have something to eat. If we don't figure out how to make sure people are fed, they're not going to stop saying yes to the drugs after about 4 days. After the first 2 days of being hungry, you're fine, you're okay. You might start having some pretty bad hunger pains, but you'll survive, you'll get through it. After 3 days, it gets really difficult, you get really tired. After 4 days, anything to stop the pain. And if you can find literally anything to stop the pain, you'll do it. And a lot of people in the homeless community will take drugs immediately to get some semblance of relief. And if at first we figured out how to feed our people, they would have the energy to focus on keeping a house. How are you supposed to get a job and work and do things? How are you supposed to exist or survive without being able to eat first? If you've got a place to stay, congrats, good for you. I'm glad. I can sleep outside as long as I'm fed. If I have a place to stay and I don't have food or a way to keep getting food, there is nothing that I can do. Like, at any point in time. And if you've got, or if you have an EBT card, you might become reliant on that EBT card, and that's not gonna last forever. You can only use that for so long until it's a non-viable option, and you're going to be hungry eventually. For those of you who don't know what an EBT card is, it is an electronic card that you get by calling your local government agency, having an interview with somebody that works in that department. They send you a card that is basically, how do I put it? It's basically food money. The most simple way to say it is that it's a card that you get for food that you can spend every month until it runs out. For a single individual, I think it's about $100 per month, maybe a little bit more. Depends on where you're at on the spectrum of income. But generally it is very little, which in my opinion is a good thing because it at least encourages you to go out there and do what you can to get your own food. Because $100 might get you through a week, but it's not gonna get you through the month. The one tool that I use every day while I was homeless was my brain. That is the only tool that you need. That's the only tool that you can use. Everything else is fully temporary. If you get, what tool could you possibly use on a day-to-day basis that is going to assist you in not having a house? There's not one. The only skill that you need to have to live on the street is the ability to talk. If you can talk, you can get through things. If you are outside and there's a situation that you need to get out of, the only way out of it is to talk. Every other skill, to be on the street specifically, nearly meaningless. Survival skills, maybe, but as far as that goes, what are you going to find out on the street? You're not going to find much. You're going to find people's discarded trash. And there's not much to build out of discarded trash.